Hello guys, I am Aryan and today in this video I'm gonna teach you about 32-bit and 64-bit system. Whenever you download any software, you might have observed 32-bit setup and 64-bit setup. Before downloading any software, you might know about bit architecture. But before we get started, please subscribe our channel and click on bell icon for more notification of my videos. The story of bit starts from processor. You might know OS is having bit or software is having bit, but processor is also having bit, which is main. The processor has 32 and 64 bit, like Windows has 32 bit and 64 bit respectively. For that, the software also has 32 bit and 64 bit respectively. I'm telling you, all has 32 bit and 64 bit respectively. I mean, if processor is having 32 bit, then 32 bit operating must be installed for that. For that 32 bit operating system, you must download a 32 bit architecture softwares. So like that only, if the processor is 64 bit, then 64 bit operating must be installed. For that 64 bit operating system, 64 bit architecture software must be downloaded. You can't download or install 64-bit operating system in 32-bit processor. So bit matters while you run any system. It is just an introduction. First, you need to know what is bit. A bit is the smallest digital information and it is also known as binary numbers. Well, binary numbers consist only two values, that is 0 and 1. Computer mainly depends on binary number system. It is the medium that computer understands whatever we do. Let me tell you about binary bit strings. You can see one bit, it can only store two binary combinations, that is 0 and 1. So if we add up and if we have 2 bit, it can only store two pairs values in 4 different combinations, that is 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. It has 4 binary combinations. Likely in 3-bit, we can store 3 pair numbers in 8 different combinations like 0 0 0, 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0 and 1 1 1. Like this, in 4 bits we can have 4 pairs numbers with 16 possible combinations. So each additional bit doubles the number of possible combination. If one bit has 2 combination, 2 into 2, 4 combination in 2 bits and 4 into 2, 8 combination in 3 bits. Like that, we can calculate for the 32-bit or 64-bit combinations. You can see 32-bit can have 2 raised to the power 32 combination. That means 2 is multiplied by 2 32 times. Well, we have 429 crores 49 lakhs 67,296 bytes. We can't remember that, so we'll divide it into 1024. So if we divide, we'll get about 41 lakhs 94,304 KB. Well, it is also a large value. We can't keep it in mind. We'll divide it into 1024. Again, we'll get 4096 MB. It is also a larger value, so we'll divide it into 1024 again, so we'll get 4 GB. So it proves that we can install 4 GB of RAM in 32-bit system. Not more than 4 GB can be installed. As we know, nowadays 4 GB RAM is slow for our work. We at least need 16 GB RAM or 32 GB RAM, but in 32-bit system it doesn't support it. Even if we install 16 GB RAM in 32-bit system, in system configuration you can only access 4 GB RAM, not 16 GB RAM. For higher RAM capacity, 64-bit processor is created. If we calculate all the possible combination, it would be about 16 exabyte. That is more than 16 GB. So in 64-bit system you can expand RAM up to 16 EB, so you have freedom to install any available RAM in market, so you don't have any limitation for installation of RAM. Well, a quick facts. Do you know who introduced the first 64-bit processor? Intel or AMD? You might think it must be Intel, but the answer is wrong. AMD launched this first 64-bit processor in 2003, namely Opteron and Alton series. Now you can calculate and say 64-bit is great. Nowadays all computer is having 64-bit processor. Now whichever laptop you buy, every laptop is having 64-bit processor. Well, you might think 64-bit processor will have higher performance. Well, if you think like that, the answer is no. The performance of processor depends on megahertz and gigahertz of processor. How many threads does it have? How many hyperthreads does it has? How many core does it has? How many logical processor does it has? Does it have thread director? Does it have performance cores? Does it have integrated GPU and NPU? And more. I know your mind is blowing. I will teach you about it in later video. Well guys, if you may think, can we convert 32-bit processor to 64-bit? Well, we can't change the processors because processor is a hardware. We can't change the processor. Well, if you think, can we convert 32-bit operating system to 64-bit? And if you have 32-bit processor, well, I say no. Both can't be converted because both has different architecture and the supported architecture will work smoothly on your processor. Well, even Microsoft doesn't support your answer. Well, do not even try to convert 32-bit operating system to 64-bit operating system. You will encounter lot and lots of issues. So don't convert it. Well, I think now you have an idea of bits. For more, subscribe our channel and click on bell icon. Bye bye.